I have a feeling that when she unveils her puppies to the world, she's going to suddenly become world famous. I'm not quite sure how it's going to happen, but I have a feeling that she's planning something.
Yeah. What are you planning, darling? What are you planning?
The eco-warriors in Britain are organising our Noah's Ark campaign, which is a massive worldwide publicity campaign to stop global warming and save the human race from being driven to extinction this century as a result of the burning of fossil fuels. We are friends of the Pacific warriors who are fighting to save their island nations in the South Pacific from vanishing beneath the rising sea levels as global warming floods their world. The eco-warriors' modern-day version of Noah's Ark will be the travelling school for eco-warriors, publishing and broadcasting the truth about the danger of global warming, which threatens to wipe out all life on Earth, including the human race. The burning of fossil fuels is causing climate change, and the Earth's temperatures are increasing, melting the polar ice caps and raising the sea levels, threatening worldwide flooding, which will kill billions of people, according to United Nations scientists. The melting methane hydrate gas in the polar regions threatens an ecological cataclysm that will make the Earth completely uninhabitable within 20 years, and humanity is facing extinction. The eco-warriors are attempting to change the future and ensure the survival of future generations by offering our solutions to the global environmental crisis. The only possible answer to stop global warming will be for the whole world to stop the burning of fossil fuels and to close down the fossil fuel industries, which are causing global warming and climate change. To help stop the imminent genocide of humanity that is being caused by the capitalist Bilderberg group of banks, corporations and governments that are destroying the planet and wiping out all life on Earth, the eco-warriors are offering the people of the world our reality TV show for the children, which is entitled Can You Save the Human Race?
Of salvation, taking time in the unemployment line, taking time to start a revolution. You know you better run, 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 run. Talk about revolution. You know you better run, 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 run. Talk about a revolution. Standing up their line. Standing in the doorways of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting around talking about revolution. Don't you know? Talking about revolution sounds like a whisper. Don't you know? Talking about revolution sounds like a whisper. You better Children's revolution, Children's revolution.
emotional, isn't it?
Talking is one thing, but actions.
Yeah, that is great.
Oh my god, that's so
And you know
nice.
what? And you can't see nothing more peaceful than people sitting, playing instruments and singing songs, and the kids being happy. That's what you don't even need money. You don't need money. An instrument and some instrument. Yeah, that's all the kids need. Bit of attention.
Playing. That's why I'm here.
They just want to feel part of it, like the adults do. They want to. They want.
That's it. I'm doing this for the children. Because they are the future. You know it. So today we're having a little family fun day. Playing a little music. Doing some creative stuff. We're going to send a solidarity message to the Apache
Live stream and you
that
can
went
play.
into occupation. Yeah.
Yeah, we're live streaming.
Turn around for a minute, turn around. And you know we're on the internet. Do you know when I was drawing that t-shirt?
Yeah.
You've got the big triangle at the back of it. Yeah, look.
Okay, come on. Who's playing?
It's the thing.
Be careful.
Here, little man, here.
Wait, guys, we've got cameras here.
Here, yes, little man. Yes.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah, but stop.
Watch out. Everything is dangerous.
We're talking about a revolution. It sounds like a whisper. Don't you know? Talking about a revolution. Sounds like a Nearly the tables are starting to turn. Talk about a revolution. And finally the tables are starting to turn. Talk about a revolution. Standing in the welfare line. Standing in the doorways of those armies of salvation. Wasting time in the unemployment line. Sitting around, waiting for a promotion. Talk about a revolution. You know you better run. Talk about a revolution. Talk about a revolution. Children are intelligent. Children are so beautiful. Children are the thing of our time. Children are intelligent. Children are so beautiful. Children are the hippies of our time. I need to find the words to that. Right here, right now, right here, right now. Right now, right here, right now. You Alex, you're doing something really good for the world, children. Yeah, because we're going to try and get your voice back to you somewhere, somehow. Aren't we, Nick? Aren't we, Rev? Peace and love. Every time we do it, we remember a bit more. We'll have the whole song soon. We'll reopen in a few short weeks. And if it doesn't, please give them another space. Because the fact they're paying taxes for all of these things, but they give nothing, is such a disgrace.
Hey! House early.
The old trustees. No, that wouldn't really work. Because needs to be.
Like Johnny Cash.
I like burning with fire. Johnny Cash.
Yeah, I love Johnny Cash.
Please, do the flute.
It looks like we are.
Yeah, who wants to dance? Okay, you can make a music video. Guys. Making a music video.
Student revolution is escalating. Stop them! So big bad wolf. That's gonna be a hashtag. Hashtag big bad wolf. Stop the matter.
Stop, we'll stop though. I'll know it's that anyway. Try to take our childhood away, childhood away, childhood away. Try to take our childhood away. Hello. Hello. Hello, JJ. Can I go
Hello. How far have you come from? The Elephant and Castle up that way. Hello, darling. Anyway, these are clothes, kids' clothes. I don't know if they're...
Yes, Simon. Danny.
How you doing?
Good to see you, fella.
Andrew. Yeah, I've started filming this children's revolution.
Really threw the book at some loads.
JJ, sit next to me.
Somewhere, just sit.
Chill, Winston.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah, I think so. I think we're all here.
Everyone here?
Kids. That is exactly what... Hello! Are you sleeping in?
No.
Ellie,
Wait, are you ready?
can I use that pen? I don't know how to read.
Sit down there.
First up,
Like this is
your
the
hand up if
nursery. Wait, Okay, first rule. What's the first rule?
What's that? You're not allowed to talk until you have the monkey in your hand. I want to. And
Just listen.
if you put your hand up, you get given the monkey. And if someone else puts their hand up after you, they'll be having the next game.
So if you have the monkey, you can speak. If you don't have the monkey, you can't speak, okay? So I've got the monkey. So first of all, I'm going to say why we're here. We're here because, you know, this used to be a nursery, and now the nursery got shut down, but we've opened up the space. We want to hear what you guys want to see here, because it's about the kids, really. Like, this used to be a school, and we want to hear what you guys want out of this place. Like, we've got ideas like a football tournament, a disco. So any other ideas that you have, So first of all, we're just going to go around and introduce who you are. Just say your name and say like what's your favourite hobby? What do you like doing?
Starting from Ellie.
Starting from Ellie.
My name is Ellie, and I like. I'm just gonna say my name. I like. I know, mate. Oh, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Layla. Okay. My name's Rosanna, and I like
Shoe.
reading.
My name's Harry, and I like cycling.
My name's Dennis, and I like football. My name's Katie, and I like. My name is Lucas, and I like.
Hello, my name is Petra and I like play chess.
My name is Brandon, and I like playing football. My name's Javiera, and I like swimming. My name's Mikey, I like playing football.
Okay, so you guys like different things. We want to see like what would you like to do in this space here? As I said before, like Kate said, could have a disco, a children's disco.
He said football.
He said football. Anyone else? You can put your hand up if you have an idea.
If you want disco, swimming.
Swimming.
If you want disco, wait. If you want swimming, shake your hands up. If you're not sure, put your hands to the middle. And if you really don't want it, put your hands down. So first, if you do want it.
So if you want a disco, you do this. If you not sure, do this. And if you don't want it, do this. Who wants a disco?
Are you high or middle?
I'm in the middle between high and middle.
Anyone else who's got another idea? Anyone? Parents?
Dance club.
I have an idea.
You could have a dance club.
Dance club? Who wants a dance club? No.
I do!
Okay, we got 3 people. Anyone else? Adults, kids? Another idea?
Luke has
Yeah.
an idea.
Football. Hands up if you do.
If you want to play football here.
1, 2, 3,
Mikey, is that hands up or in the middle?
4.
You don't want to play football,
In the middle
Mike?
then, no? You don't want to play football?
Tournament. Oh, sure.
That's a really popular one. So write that, that's really popular. That's a good one. Anyone else? What do you like? Anyone? No?
I like gardening. Put your hands up for gardening if you want it. 1, 2, 3. Petra, do you want it?
I love gardening.
4.
Okay. So any more ideas? Anything else? Anything else?
Over here.
Yeah? Oh, that's a good one. A paddling pool.
Like a
Who wants
water.
paddling pool?
1, 2, 3. Who else? 4,
Yeah, go on, add it 5.
5,
We'll have it over here.
6, 7, 8.
Well, I'm the size of 2 people, so don't I count as 2.
Let's just all of us. How many of us are there?
Okay, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, no, 12. Do you want it? What do you mean by Barbie? Yeah, 13, 14.
Okay, so what have we got so far? We've got football, that's really popular. Barbecue,
Swimming was most popular.
well, paddling pool.
But
So-
I want to do paddling pool.
So we've got the ideas down, and it's kind of up to the parents and the kids to collaborate and get these ideas going. So we're gonna write. So we got
Barbecue's
written down.
highest. Man, give me your pen, please.
So afterwards, you can come and write your name. Who do you think? If Andrea likes the dance club, and if there's anyone else who wants to, and arts and crafts. Oh yeah, arts and crafts. Who likes doing art? Okay, that's another one. Like that one.
That's all of them.
Okay, cool. We want to protect it really, don't we? And have you guys got any ideas? We had some ideas before on how to, this was at the last children's meeting.
Out there.
Who wants to read out what ideas we had to stop the nursery being shut? So this is what you wrote. Go on.
Well, we go to people who's destroying our nursery and scream, save our nursery or don't destroy our nursery. And then it says, I know we're talking about the nursery at the moment, but it's also about the whole community and other people. I don't want you to knock down our nursery because it's all we have. Why not protect our future? Because our future can protect us. If you want something to happen, make it happen. If you want the children to be happy, make them happy. Then it's, why are you knocking down our nursery? Why stop the children from enjoying their lives? And why not protect our future?
Well done. So, who likes the first idea? First idea is go to the people who are destroying our nursery, so the developers over there, and scream save our nursery. We did that once before. Who likes that idea? Who wants to do that again?
1, 2, 3.
So we're going to go and do another protest, I guess. You've done that before, yeah?
Is that a middle, Mikey? Yeah, middle. Mikey, middle. Yeah.
8, 9. Just such a
Okay. Over here, the second one was...
Where's my biscuit?
The second one, Katie. The second one, you also said that you... It's not just about the nursery, you said. That it's also about the whole community. So who wants to also like say that you want to stay for the community as well? It's not just about the nursery.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You? Then you should have your hands down. 5. You?
She got him.
6.
Well, where's the first?
Wait, 6, 12. I think we should make like either a video, a music video, or a short film to show them about the nursery, what we're doing here, so that then they know what we're doing and we'll be find out about it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Who likes that idea?
I like that idea.
Wait, how many people are there? I can't count.
Lucas, what do you think?
1. Lucas, do you? Music video? You can.
Okay, so you write. Who's up for the music video? We'll write their names down here.
Just one. One person.
Who was it?
Lucas. Wants to make like a Lucas. So,
Lucas.
Lucas. 6.
I like it.
Wait, we have 6.
Harry,
Okay,
Danny.
a pen. Lucas, where's Hello?
And what about this idea was from Petra. Do you want to ask?
Which one?
This one.
Oh yes, what do children think of the green spaces, trees being cut down? So
Earth Day is coming up.
yes, the Earth Day is coming, and this also is contact with the tree planting. So if you guys up for it, we can go outside
So
and
basically,
planting.
what you're trying to say, who wants to do gardening?
Kind of, and also send a message for the developers. Please don't cut down our trees because it's so important. Isn't it? It's so
Trees
beautiful.
give us stuff to live.
So who likes trees?
I love trees! Trees is my best friend. I like trees. 1, 2,
So who wants to help plant some trees?
2, 3. Who else likes trees? 4, 5, 6.
Everyone loves trees.
Yeah, we need them to breathe and to have a nice planet.
I guess that's 15.
They're also being destroyed, so we have to help the trees.
Any of the adults want to say anything about anything that's going on?
What do they think of the community, the youth building being taken off of the L&Q's plans? So that they're not going to have a community centre on the youth centre on the estate. So how do they feel about it?
So guys, before they came, they said that they would have the youth building, and now there's not going to be anything for the kids to do. What do you guys think about that? Do you have anything to say about that? Denton, do you? Do you? Katie?
What about what?
That there's no more
About them
youth
not
building.
giving you a youth building anymore. They've removed it off the estate from the plans on the estate.
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, what do you think about it? That there's not going to be any more youth building? Do you have anything to say?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. Guys, what about you? You don't, what do you think?
And if there's more to do, for example, skate parks, bill bars, football tournaments, basketball tournaments.
You haven't got cinema, wasn't there?
Dance class, cinema night.
Yeah.
Oh, do a lot better.
What were those? Cinema night?
So if the
They feel
community
right.
centre was better,
We're going to do that.
you'd have like cinema nights?
Cinema night. Who wants cinema night? Cinema night. How would I say it?
Cinema.
Who wants cinema?
Charlotte said camping.
I do want cinema. Yeah.
Runnymede, let's go camping on Runnymede.
Camping.
So parents and kids,
I do.
if you like any of these ideas,
Put your hand
like
up
should
to
you
your
really
side about camping.
We know
that
a very
you
good
really,
place, yeah, camping.
that you really are really passionate about, put your name down on one of these, the ones that you like
Lucas,
the
did you have an
most.
Do you have an idea?
We'll go and put hers next to
Can I have the
camping.
monkey?
Put mine next to camping. We can do tennis.
Tennis.
What's your idea, Lucas?
Tennis. Lucas's idea is
But
tennis.
who wants to do tennis?
What else? Any ideas?
I do.
Maybe board games. Board
Board
games.
game. Board game.
Yay!
Anything about like that we can do here to stop them destroying this place? Any ideas?
I do.
Occupied oh sorry. Make the occupied preschool song and singing outside the development company, yeah, to outside the gate and singing to them.
Okay. So actually making the song and then going up to them and singing it to them.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe we could do like a parade and get a lot of people to go out on the street and hold up lots of banners and play lots of music and play lots of instruments and have fun so that more people see it as a fun thing to come and do the way he goes and listen.
So it's more of like a festival parade thing, not just a protest, but actually doing something fun and going around the estate and making it about music and about fun. So it's not just about protest. That was Ellie's idea. What do you guys think of that? Let's do a parade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that's all of us, hold on. Who's this there? What are we talking about next? Bowling.
We can play bowling.
Who wants to do bowling then? Me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bowling.
6. I've got 6. Mummy, do you want to do bowling?
Is there anything else?
6.
Katie, do you have anything else you want to say? Anything you want to say to the meeting?
7 want to do bowling. 7 people. Mummy, what can we do?
Anything you want.
We can do. Oh, we've got that.
Okay. How about just say how are you feeling about this? Do you want to start? Or do you want to start? Okay. Yeah. What are your thoughts about today? About the meeting?
It's good because it gives the children a chance to say what they like because we need to get my idea.
So Ellie says that it was nice today because it gave the children a chance to say what they like. You don't have anything to say? What do you have to say?
She took my idea.
Say it again. Take the camera. Say it again.
I'm
Are
alright.
you sure? Do you want to say anything? Do you want to say something?
I would like to say something. So we can do this all workshop together with you guys. If you guys want to take a part, to maybe some of them, like Ellie, pretty good for dancing, yeah. You yesterday teach me some of dance movement, and some of you, I'm sure, really good with the football, can play football. We can make 2 different groups. We can set up working groups together, and we can make real from this workshop. It all depends on you and us, definitely.
I thought it was really good. Lots of good ideas, and kids seem to like it. So we'll see what we can organise, pull off. Should be good.
So do you guys? Where's all the kids gone? Guys, did you like it today? Hands up if you liked it. Luca,
Did you like it?
Did you like it? What's your feeling? What are you feeling about? Did you like the meeting? Hands up or hands down?
Yeah.
I put them all up. I have a bug in my hand.
And so,
I think you like
have another one next week.
Yeah.
Hands up if you want to have another meeting. This is just the start. You guys have the power.
Children revolution, power to the children.
You like it?
Eventually, the grown-ups will be just spectators. So up to you.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
No interference from the grown-ups. Power to the children.
Power to the children.
Children got the power.
The children got the power.
Tell me, can you feel it?
Tell me, can you feel it?
Getting stronger by the hour.
Getting stronger by the hour.
Children.
Power.
Children.
Power.
Children.
Power.
Children.
Power. Power to the children.
Power to the children.
The children got the power.
Children got the power.
Tell me, can you feel it?
Tell me, can you feel it?
Getting stronger by the hour.
Getting stronger by the hour.
Children, power! Children, power! Children, power! Children,
When the Apache Indians just liked our tweet and they reshared it.
Gosh, that looks terribly formal.
Should we sprawl a bit?
I'm just wondering
how we're going to do it.
Is it better more in a circle?
Javi?
Yeah, go in a circle.
Javiera?
No, I mean, I think.
Philippa, you were explaining
Whoa.
it really well.
Really cool.
So
I don't know if I can when the camera's pointing at me though.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
We're all friends here.
Oh.
Imagine my fear.
Yeah, if I trip up, will you delete it?
Yeah, no, it'll all be edited. No, so first of all, if you could sort of summarise, in a very clear way, why this regeneration scheme is causing concern and why it's led to this occupation. Because as I said, on the face of it, it sounds great. It sounds like a really good deal, this regeneration.
Yeah.
But just to explain what these loopholes are and what the concerns are.
Hang on.
The council's done really well at promoting this as a real positive regeneration. It's brainwashed and convinced so many people that it's a really good thing. There's lots of people outside, not on Dollis Valley Estate, going, oh great, maybe I can get a house that I can afford, a secure home that I can afford. Maybe, there's going to be more council homes there if they're building more homes. There's a lot of people really excited. And that's the sort of message that's coming out from the council. But when you dig deeper into the actual figures, then from what I can gather, there's 400 homes that are going to be demolished here, and currently there's 200 secure tenants and 200 non-secure tenants, and I think about 20 leaseholders. And only the secure tenants are going to be rehoused on the estate. And people are sort of saying to me, "Oh, it's great! I'm going to get a brand new home." But actually, I don't know whether they really realise the consequences of changing from being a secure council tenant to being a housing association tenant, because there's going to be no count from bulldozing 400 council homes. They're going down to nil. First of all, they started on they demolished the school, and and that's gone. That's where they started building, and they also started building on the main pedestrian access on and off the estate. So everybody during the last year, 18 months, has had to do a detour of a good 10 minutes around to get on and off the estate, as if all these people on here, they deserve that. They don't deserve that. It's disrespectful to them, it's inconvenient to them, and there's no benefit. The houses that are being built in place start at $425,000 for a 2-bedroom, going up to $760,000 for a 4-bedroom. We can't afford it. You know, when you ask, okay, how many more houses? Oh yeah, there's 42 new houses coming up. Oh, but they're there to house the existing tenants. Yeah, so they're not new houses, they're replacement houses. I asked the partnership board, what's the difference between a secure council tenancy and a housing association tenancy? Oh, nothing. But there is. The security is a lot different, and also the cost and the service charges. So now the nursery. The nursery is next in the way. This nursery's been here for 35 years. It's an affordable nursery, 100 capacity nursery, affordable for people. The new nursery, this wasn't supposed to close until the new nursery was ready. As I understand, this nursery costs £5 an hour, the new nursery costs £11 an hour. This is a community-led nursery. The new nursery is a private for-profit nursery. So I think, they've gone back on a few of their promises in that sense, and I don't think the outcome of what's being done in this regeneration is satisfactory, as the same as all the regenerations. They're all for profit, they're not for the people. People need homes they can afford. The 200 non-secure tenants here are going to be shipped off God knows where, just like they have on Sweets Way, just as they are in Bajan House, just as they are in West End, just as they are in Graham Park. It's not on.
That's me.
Moving people off the estate. They reckon they've moved about 25 people, and 15 of those have been housed securely. I think they're trying to get good messages out, so it might be that they've rehoused the most vulnerable, perhaps the people in the band 1, maybe the people who are sort of terminally ill or very old. But I think they're trying to get good messages out there to let people to relax and think, oh well, it's going to be fine. The empty properties they're filling up with guardians. That has consequences for undermining the sense of community. People who don't have a stake in the area. It's had really bad consequences. In West Hendon, and people on Sweets Way go, oh well, where am I going to go? Oh, I could have this place in Dollis Valley for £500 a month, but I could only have it for a month. Well, then where would I go? So it's people. Mike Freer was talking about it being a solution to squatting, an alternative to squatting, but you can't. It's people who are desperate for homes, and they're losing all they've got no rights if they're a guardian, but it's perhaps all they can afford.
I've only lived here a year and a half.
You've lived here?
Yeah, but I've got my sister-in-law grew up on Dollis Valley, so I've known of Dollis Valley for a long time. But the main reason I'm here is because L&Q have removed the youth building from their plans, which they guaranteed us 3 buildings, which was a community centre, a nursery and the youth building. Now without asking any residents, they've just removed the youth building from their plans. No explanation to why really, apart from just they think that one of our community centres on the estate didn't want to get involved, but now they do. So what they're saying basically is the new youth centre, instead of being on Dollis Valley, will be at the top of Maze Lane, which is a good 1.5 miles walk. I'm not going to let my child walk up there. And then on top of that, the community centres that are run here, this is our community centre, because the 2 centres that are run on this estate are corrupt. They are paying people cash for work and stuff like that, and they are breeding bullies. Like, you can't use the community centre over there, because if you get on the wrong side of one of them, you can't walk the estate. So we've created our own community centre here, and we don't want it to go. So we would like the youth, personally, I would like the youth building put back on the plans and ran by the community. Like, give the community something out of all this regen, instead of all these private houses to private people and the community not really getting anything. Give us our youth building and let us run it for our kids, because we know what's best for our kids, not people coming in from around all over different places. They're coming in, they're using money that our kids should be benefiting from to benefit themselves. That's all I see here. And then on top of that, I was hit by a manager in the Rainbow Centre as well, while one of the trustees sat there and watched it happen. And I had to chase up the trustee in order to put a complaint in. And the lady got sacked, but now she's still working at the other community centre that's over here, running the youth work. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know how these people are passing CRB checks when I know that they've been arrested on the estate for hitting people before. And it's ridiculous. So I've even been to Richard Cornelius. I've had a one-on-one meeting with him and his wife. I've told them everything that I can about Barnet Council, because like even the mental health team put me on antipsychotic tablets for 6 years, and then 2 years ago told me I should never have been put on them, but yet I still get a prescription today. So like, what is Barnet Council doing for people? Because to be honest, like they've torn my life apart. So I've been given nothing else to do, only come here and protest and say it's not on what you're doing and how you're treating people. It's not on. So I want the youth building put on the estate for these kids. These kids are going to miss out and they're going to lose out in a big way. And as parents, if we don't stand up for these kids, who is? Because all people are worried about is, we'll keep ourselves quiet because we want our new house. You can have all the big house in the world, but if you're not happy, what good is that house? Do you know what I mean? What good is it? I'd rather live in my house over there and it be a little bit messy and we have my 4 children and I'd be happy with what I have. Because that's what people need to learn. They need to learn to be happy with what they've got. Because wanting is not going to make you happy. Do you know what I mean? You will always want more. You will always be greedy because that's the way you are. So like, let us show the kids how they should treat each other and how. Like, we can't just be pulling people's lives out from underneath them and expect them not to do anything. We're going to fight, ain't we? Because they're our children. And we love our children. We're going to fight for them. Do you know what I mean? So that's...
And what do you think about the nursery closing with no more provision until September?
Like I've said, to be honest, like I don't use the nursery as a nursery. None of my children came to this nursery. I do think it's a disgrace of promising them a building and not giving them the building. Like that's just wrong. They've done the same to the man in the shop. They've promised the man in the shop a building and they didn't give him a shop. So they're just conning people. They're going around telling people lies and they're not going through with their promises at the end of the day.
And Rosanna, you've been working as a volunteer in the nursery. And what's the impact been of closing this nursery? And again, if you could answer in a full sentence, what's the impact been of closing the nursery and for now the kids having nowhere to go?
So the kids here that live on the estate, they've got no more nursery because the nursery that was meant to be built is not going to be built until September. And I've been talking to one of them and she's saying that she just has to look after her kids full time, her 3-year-old. Some people are working, both the parents are working and now they've not got childcare. Even though the council will come in and have told the press, we've tried to help these parents get nursery places around the area, but they're already they've got too many kids on the waiting list. We've got Underhill School and Whiting School, and they're full up. These kids can't go, and if I want to talk about also the tenants on here, I've been talking to some of them. One of them is she's a 6-year-old lady who's disabled. She can't go downstairs, and she was meant to get a house straight away, but she's not been able to, and they're trying to get her out of there. And they took her to court in December. And there's also another woman who's been living on the estate for 40 years. She's a leaseholder, so she's bought her house, and she isn't able. She tried to get on to see this new development, and they wouldn't let her see the new houses. They said, no, you don't have any you're not going to have the money to buy it, and there's other people as well on this estate who are in a similar position as that.
There was an old guy as well that lives at the other end of the state up near Garrowsfield. He's got a mobility scooter and he's got breathing problems. They've said that they'll give him a 2-bedroom flat, but he's not allowed to have his mobility scooter. Now that man uses that mobility scooter to get around the place, and now he's selling his mobility scooter because where he wants to keep it at the new places, they said it's a fire hazard. But basically you're taking the man's legs away. Do you know what I mean? If he walks down the street and goes so far and has a bad attack, he could keel over on the street. Like, what? You're taking... I can't believe that it'd be that petty that you would literally stop the man from being able to go out and do his bit of shopping. You know, it's ridiculous.
Can I add something about the nurseries in the area, following on from Rosanna? Yeah, I mean, the people that were going to using this nursery towards the end had come here mainly because there was nowhere else for them to go. There's somebody who lives near me, which is about a mile away, and they had to come over here because they couldn't find a place in anywhere else. My friend sent her children to the next nearest nursery, the Sure Start at Underhill, but because it was cut back so much, she was asked to leave there because she wasn't poor enough. I mean, what does that say? When we should be having integrated communities. If only the poorest children can go to a nursery, that's segregating people by how much they earn, and the long-term consequences of that is scary, in my opinion.
What do you think about all of this, about the rebuilding on the estate?
Well, I think the houses that they're building, the houses that are already here, outnumber the houses that are getting built by far. And if they say that they're affordable houses, but honestly, like, the people that have, like, that are able to, like, which have a good life, they're able to afford, but the houses that they're building are not affordable. They call them affordable so they get more money to build them. They look good on, like, the way they look, but that doesn't mean that they've done the houses up and they put loads of fancy stuff inside it, and then now that when someone moves in there, they're just going to take everything out of it, and people are looking at it, like, judging it, like, they go in to look at the house, but all they're looking at is the things around it, not actually what the building is like. So then once everything's gone out of it, there's going to be a big difference with the houses.
I mean, the show house.
Yeah. And they say all the houses are going to be like that, but, like...
Yeah, I wonder what the housing association ones will look like compared to those.
Them two are, like, separate away from each other. The rest of the houses are, like, squashed right next to each other, and the roofs are like over each other, and it looks too squashed together. Like, the way the estate is now, the houses are nicely spread apart. There's sections, but you can't really tell what it's going to be like, and it's going to be different with there's not going to be any houses when they get all locked down, and then there's going to be all these different houses, and then at the back there's going to be different houses. So it's just going to be weird walking through the estate after seeing what it was like before, and then it all just changing without, like, a lot of warning about it. So I don't like the idea of building new houses at all.
And where's Chloe?
Sorry, me.
Now go and grab JJ.
So do you live on the estate?
Yeah, my family's secure tenants.
So if you want to say a bit about why, and you use the nursery, is that right?
Pardon?
You've been using the nursery?
Yeah, well, I brought my son over when it was a nursery, but then obviously the nursery went. But in regards to the houses, from what I found out is that you can't decorate or put any pictures up or any personal items up for a year, which might mean that they want to off you after a year because they've stuck to their bargain of giving you a house. And then some woman I know that lives over there who will be moving into those ones that are being built now, she had to fight with them to be able to keep her own fridge because technically it changed their decor. So she had an argument about a fridge, and then she nagged them so much basically they gave her what she wanted to shush her. But yeah, you can't decorate, you can't change anything in these new properties. So they're not going to be they're not houses, they're just homes where people just go and will like plot themselves.
And what do you think about the 200 non-secure tenants who won't be able to stay?
Well, I think it's not only them that have to be concerned. I think the secure tenants aren't as secure as they think, because they're changing to housing association, and that isn't secure. Because I used to be on housing association, my property wasn't secure. At the moment they decide they want you out, that's it. You can't argue, because you're signing a contract that basically says that you can't argue with them.
A lot, if you go up to the main road and along Maze Lane, because just directly up here, that was the main pedestrian access in and out, where the show houses and the
Stronger by the hour.
what I think is the house.
Stronger by the hour. Children power. Children power. Children power. Power to the children. Power to the children. The children got the power. The children got the power. Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Get stronger by the hour. Getting stronger by the hour. Children power. Children power. Children power.
Starts at 8, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And then they've got like entertainment before that. At least that's what we were told. You have a little mind blank.
Sitting around, waiting for a solution. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Well, people gonna rise up. Get what's there. Say it again, nothing. Oh, people gonna rise up and take their can't stop the children of the revolution. No, you cannot. Children of the revolution. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're gonna rise up. Get their share. Oh, people gonna rise up and get what's theirs. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. Yeah, finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about revolution. Finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about revolution. We've been suppressed for too long, and now they're doing it to the children as well. Something needs to be said now and listened to now. Thanks. One love. Hey, love you. You crying too? I was crying before when you were there.
It was the first one. It was the third waiting for when the lease run out and people will see the night on the next day. It will be the first day.
We will.